Hi, friends. We will be talking about the murders that took place in the year 1946 in Texarkana, Texas, better known as Texarkana Moonlight Murders. Lego. All four attacks targeted male-female pairs in isolated locations. Locations like Lover's Lane. In case anyone wanted to know what a lover's lane is, a lover's lane is a secluded area where people kiss, make out, or engage in sexual activity. These areas range from parking lots in secluded rural areas to places with extraordinary views of a cityscape or other features. The Texarkana Moonlight Murders involved 4 violent attacks, which occurred over 10 weeks from February to May 1946. In and around Texarkana, twin cities at the border of Miller County, Arkansas, and Bowie County, Texas. The first victim of the Texarkana Moonlight Murderer, his name is Jimmy Hollis. At around 11:45 p.m. on Friday, February 22nd, 1946, Jimmy Hollis, age 25, and his girlfriend, Mary Jean, I think that's how you pronounce it, Mary Jean Leray, age 19, parked on a secluded road known as Lover's Lane. After having seen a movie together, the area was approximately 300 feet from the last row of city homes, where present-day Central Mall is located. Around 10 minutes later, a man wearing a white cloth mask, which resembled a pillowcase with eye holes cut out, appeared at Hollis's drive-side door and shone a flashlight in the window. Hollis told him he had the wrong person, to which the man responded, "I don't want to kill you, fellow, so do what I say." Both Hollis and Leray were ordered out the driver's side door, and the man ordered Hollis to take off his gosh dang britches. After he complied, the man struck him in the head twice with a pistol. Leray later told investigators that the noise was so loud she had initially thought Hollis had been shot, but it was his skull fracturing. Thinking the assailant wanted to rob them, Leray showed him Hollis's wallet to prove he had no money, after which she was struck with a blunt object. The assailant ordered her to stand, and when she did, told her to run. Initially, she tried to flee toward a ditch, but the assailant ordered her to run up the road. Leray spotted an old car parked off the road, but found it empty, and was again confronted by the attacker, who asked her why she was running. When she said that he had told her to do so, he called her a liar before knocking her down and sexually assaulting her with the barrel of his gun. After the assault, Leray fled on foot, running a half a mile to a nearby house. She woke up the residents of the house and phoned the police. Meanwhile, Hollis had regained consciousness and alerted passing motorists, who also called the police. Within 30 minutes, Bowie County Sheriff W.H. Bill Presley and 3 other officers arrived at the scene of the attack. but the assailant had already left. LeRae was hospitalized overnight for a minor head wound. Hollis was hospitalized for several days to recover from multiple skull fractures. Hollis and LeRae gave conflicting reports of their attacker. LeRae claimed that she could see under the mask that he was a light-skinned African American. Hollis alternately claimed it was a tanned white man and around 30 years old, but conceded he could not distinguish his features as he had been blinded by a flashlight. Both agreed that the assailant was around 6 feet tall. Law enforcement repeatedly challenged LeRae's account and believed that she and Hollis knew the identity of their attacker and were covering for him. At around 1:30 a.m. on Sunday, April 14th, Paul Martin, age 17, picked up Betty Jo Booker, age 15, from a musical performance at the VFW Club at West 4th and Oak Street. Martin's body was found at around 6:30 a.m. later that morning, lying on his left side by the northern edge of the North Park Road. Blood was found on the other side of the road by a fence. He had been shot 4 times, through the nose, through the ribs, from behind, in the right hand, and through the back of the neck. Booker's body was found by a search party at about 11:30 a.m., almost 2 miles from Martin's body. Her body was behind a tree and lying on its back, fully clothed. It was posed with the right hand in the pocket of the buttoned overcoat. Booker had been shot twice, once through the chest and once in the face. The weapon used was the same as in the first double murder. Martin's car was found about 3 miles from Booker's body. It was parked outside Spring Lake Park with the key still in it. The authorities were not sure who was shot first. Sheriff Presley and Texas Ranger Captain Manuel Gonzalez said that examinations of the body indicated that they both had put up a terrific struggle. Martin's friend, Tom Alvarez, said that he did not believe an argument had happened between the victims and that Martin had not had any enemies. On Friday, May 3rd, sometime before 9 p.m., Virgil Starks, age 37, and his wife, Katie, age 36, were in their home on a 500-acre farm off Highway 67 East, almost 10 miles northeast of Texarkana. He was sitting in an armchair reading the newspaper when he was shot twice in the back of the head from a closed double window. Hearing the sound of broken glass, Katie came from another room and saw Virgil stand up, then slump back into his chair. When she realized he was dead, she ran to the wall crank telephone to call the police. She rang twice before being shot twice in the face from the same window. She fell but soon regained her footing and tried to get a pistol from another room, but was blinded by her own blood. She heard the killer at the back of the house and fled out the front door. She ran barefoot across the street to her sister and brother-in-law's house. Because no one was home, she ran to neighborhood AV Prater's house and gasped that Virgil's dead, then collapsed. Prater shot a rifle in the air to summon another neighbor Elmer Taylor, who Prater sent to collect his car. Taylor complied and, along with the Prater family, took Katie Starks to Michael McGear Hospital, now Miller County Health Unit. Starks was questioned in the operating room by Miller County Sheriff W.E. Davis, who became head of the investigation. 4 days later, Davis talked with Starks again, and she discontinued a circulating rumor that Virgil had heard a car outside of their home several nights in a row and feared being killed.